Hey, Jim Hart here from Hawthorne Law, soon to be probably maybe rebranded as OB Foundations. And today I want to talk with you about picking an idea for your online business. It's super excited about this. This is a topic that a lot of people, let me just see here. Make sure we're in the camera good. Hopefully you can hear me okay. It looks like we're in preview. Are we in preview mode? All right, we are in live mode. So yeah, we got some people here. If you can hear me, just give me a shout real quick and let me know you can hear me. Leave a message in the comments. I would appreciate that. Looks like we definitely got some people on the live today. So here's what I want to do. I want to talk to you about, we got some thumbs up, which means you must be able to hear me. What I'd like to do today is, and let me just see. Okay, so, all right, I think we're all good to go. So what I would like to do is talk to you about how to pick an idea for your online business. So if you are just getting started and you're thinking you'd like to start an online business, now is like a great time to do it. Thank you, Aaron, loud and clear. Mr. Dejin, I'm not going to be able to say your name. I apologize. 5 by 5. I assume that means maybe we're giving each other high fives. I'm not sure. Anyway, so who am I? My name is Jim Hart. I am an attorney. I am kind of converted online entrepreneur, attorney converted to online entrepreneur. And I got started with online business. Let me just tell you, it was a while ago. I graduated from law school in 2003. And I graduated and I was excited to get out into the world and start practicing law and doing all the things that a lawyer does, except I was unable to find a job. And so I took the bar exam and I applied for jobs while I was studying for the bar exam. I eventually did get a job with a firm making like no money. And I think I was actually making less at that firm than I was making at the job that I had before I went to law school, which was not good. That was demoralizing for me. Anyway, so after a little bit of time at that firm, and I went to another firm for a little bit of time, I spent some time at the public defender's office. None of these jobs paid me more than like $40,000 a year. So when I say I really wasn't making a whole lot of money, I really was not making a whole lot of money. And so I decided to do what anyone in my position would do is I started my own law firm. And I had to learn how to get clients, and I had to learn how to get clients fast. So I started reading books on online business. I started reading books on marketing. This was right when, this is like 2005, 2006. This is right when like blogging was big. So people were doing stuff with blogging. Affiliate marketing started to become big. And so I was reading a lot of books about that. I was reading books by people like Seth Godin, Purple Cow, and Dan Kennedy, and direct response marketing. All of this was with the mindset of I need to figure out how to get more clients to my law firm. And so through all this, I started doing more with internet marketing. And eventually my wife and I, we moved to North Carolina, and I started a new firm here up in North Carolina. We started in Florida, I might add. And somewhere around like 2009 or 2010, I remember because it was right when my son was born, my first son, I found this podcast. It was called the Internet Business Mastery Podcast. And I started listening to Jeremy and Jason, who are on who had started this podcast. It was one of the biggest podcasts of its kind for internet marketing and online business. And I started learning about how to actually build a business online. And so I started my own podcast, right? Because that's what else would you do? I was teaching lawyers how to market their firm based on what I had learned. I might add, in the years since I started researching marketing and learning how to do all those type of things, I did have some success with my firm. My firm actually did very well. And so I thought, well, I could teach other lawyers how to do what I was doing. And so that's what I did. And I did that for a while. It wasn't, selling marketing services to lawyers, to me, just always felt kind of sleazy. It wasn't something I really wanted to do. I've been marketed to by other attorneys and marketers, and it wasn't something that I really enjoyed. Not to mention lawyers just on the whole are difficult people to work with. And so I decided I didn't want to do that. I made a pivot. I started selling products on Amazon for a while. So at this point now, you might, in case you're wondering, my children were. I had 3 children at this point. So we had a son in 2010, a daughter in 2012, and another son in 2014. And I was really looking for more freedom. I wanted to figure out a way where I didn't have to go to the office every day. I wanted to be home, see my kids more. I wanted to have more free time to take vacations with the family, to do other things, which really, as a lawyer, you're just not afforded those type of freedoms. And so in 2016, my mom actually passed away. She had cancer. And at the time, I went through a year of just blah, nothing happened. The firm kept humming away. Things were going okay with the firm, but I started my YouTube channel primarily as an outlet, this YouTube channel I might add, primarily as an outlet to talk about legal things in a way that, I just was looking for something to do, something creative. I didn't pay any attention to it. And I actually stopped posting videos for like 2 years. And eventually came back to it in 2018. I checked, I had like 7,000 or 8,000 subscribers. My mind was like blown away. I had no idea that could happen if when you're online. I'd never had that type of success before. Not that 7,000 or 8,000 subscribers is a huge success, but to me, the fact that 7,000 or 8,000 people were watching what I was doing online, that to me was pretty amazing and pretty mind-blowing. And so I immediately did what I thought I should do. I turned on AdSense. And in May of 2018, I earned my first money online through this channel. I earned $30.64. And at that point, I was absolutely hooked with online business. And so a couple months later, we had what I would refer to as the talk. So my wife and I had to sit down because at the time she was getting a little frustrated. She's like, I don't know what you're doing with these videos. The law firm's going well. Why are you making videos? What's this online business stuff? Let's just focus on what you're good at, which is being a lawyer. You need to be a lawyer. That's where you're going to earn the money. That's how we're going to support our family. That's what we need to do. And I said, okay, well, at the time I was making about the income had gone up till through the end of 2018 and beginning of 2019, I was making around $300 a month from AdSense revenue in the first 7 or 8 months that I was doing it. And I said, well, what if I could make $500 a month? What if I could make $1,000 a month? Would that be enough to convince you that I could continue to do videos? And she said, yeah, sure. You can do $500 a month. I don't think she ever thought I'd be able to do $500 a month. She said, if you can do $500 a month, and this is just a little bright, hold on. A little bright there. She said, if you can do $500 a month, then yeah, you can spend more time doing videos. So in March of 2019, I earned $600 from videos, and it hasn't gone below that since. So now the problem here is, in terms of me doing these videos, is I'm a lawyer. And lawyers make money by working with individual clients, not growing YouTube channels, as many of you can probably understand. But one of the unforeseen benefits of building a YouTube channel and talking about all that legal stuff is that people started calling my firm for help with their legal issues. And so I was actually getting more calls than I could handle for people that had legal issues that they needed to be dealt with. And so I started partnering with some companies that could offer affiliate products for these people. I started charging for strategy calls with me, which I still do to this day. I started creating some online templates that people could purchase, which I now have an entire online template store that people can go to and purchase. And slowly over time, the income from my online business started to eclipse the earnings of my law firm. And then there was an event. I don't know if any of you have heard about this, but in March 2020, the world kind of shut down a little bit. There was something called a pandemic. And I still remember that Friday in my office thinking, what am I going to do? I'm not getting any clients. This is bad. And that was the moment where it clicked for me. And I said, you know what? I need to go all in on online business, YouTube, these type of things. Like, this is what I need to do. And so I've been surveying some people on my email list and trying to figure out what people wanted in terms of a course to help them legally protect their business. Basically, my idea was I'm going to download everything I know about legally protecting your business, and I'm going to put it into a course. And people will buy that, and then they won't have to hire me for one-to-one legal work. That was the idea anyway. And so I did that, and I was able to get around 70, 75 people who purchased that course when I initially launched it as a beta version for $97 that first launch. And I made around $7,300 from that first launch, and this was in April or May of 2020. And then a couple months later, I launched it again, and I made $20,000. And then a couple months later, I launched it again, and I made another $20,000. And then I thought to myself, this is good. Like, I can make money with my knowledge online. I've validated this. I need to figure out a way to make this better. And so as a result, I basically have gone online or gone all in with building my online business. And now I'm teaching other people about how to do the same thing, because I want people like you who are watching today to figure out that this is something that is possible, that you need to understand that this is something you can do. It's just a matter of going out there and doing it. A lot of times the people that are most successful in this world are the people that just take action. If you don't take action, nothing's ever going to happen. And same with me. It all happened because I took action and I started that YouTube back in 2016. Now, was it because my mom was sick and dying that I did the YouTube channel? Was it because I was depressed? Was it for some other reason? Who knows? I don't even remember. I know that at the time I started it, I didn't start it because I was looking to make money or build an online business. I wanted to be myself and just give information away for free, and hopefully it would bring some clients back to me or something. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. So let's talk about how this relates to starting and finding an idea for your online business, which is really what I want to talk about today. So when you're first getting started and trying to figure out, well, what is the business that I need to be in, I want you to start with what you know. And I just want you to sit down. If you're sitting someplace where you've got a pen, paper, somewhere where you're watching this, maybe at your desk, start with what you know. Don't do something just because you're passionate about it. I mean, passion is good, but passion isn't necessarily going to make you money. My wife and I are passionate about traveling. We're passionate about spending time with our kids. We're passionate about seeing our families and all these things. But does that mean that we're going to make money off that? Maybe not. Now, mind you, there are some examples of people that do family vlogs and they travel and they take videos and they post them online and they get millions of views. That does happen. That's not really what's going to happen for my family. But if you focus on something a skill that you can really teach somebody else, that somebody will pay you for, that's what you need to focus on. And so if you know it, you're going to be good. You're going to be good at it. It's going to be easier for you to create a product around that skill or knowledge that you have, and it's going to be easier to start. And you can focus less on trying to learn something while you are building your online business, and more on learning what you need to do to actually build the online business. If that makes sense, you can succeed faster that way. And so this is why when I started talking about legal stuff, because I know these topics cold. Like, I could get up on a stage, and if somebody wanted me to talk about LLCs or S corporations or trademarks or whatever, contracts, and just put me on a stage and just do a Q&A for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or just talk for 30, 45 minutes, I could do that with just a list of bullet points in front of me. I could do that. And that's why I started my YouTube channel around legal topics. I sounded more credible because I was credible, because I've been a practicing lawyer for, at the time it was 10, 11 years. Now it's much longer than that. People trusted me because I sounded like I knew what I was talking about, because I did know what I was talking about. And my YouTube channel grew as a result. And, that's kind of the way it worked. And the same thing can happen for you. So talk about something that, again, you can go and discuss on a stage for 30 minutes without, even batting an eye. If you focus on something like that, then you're going to be so much more successful than if you're focusing about something that you don't know that much about. And when you're doing that, then how much faster is it going to be for you to build a website? Because you can just, you can write, you can create blog content, you can create videos, you can create a podcast, whatever you want to do, and you can create that content to support the idea that you're building for your online business at the same time. And so all you really need to learn is how to build a website, how to get more traffic, how to build a sales funnel, how to build an email list. And those things are fairly easy to learn. But what's not easy to learn is the subject matter of what it is you're going to be teaching. So for me, the legal stuff, that took many, many years for me to learn. And but once I knew that, figuring out how to put something together into an email list where I can get people on my list and subscribers, that was the easy part. So once you have an idea of what you want to do, the next thing you need to do is you need to kind of think about, what is your solution going to be? What is it that people are actually going to pay you for? And so you need 3 things to make money online. And if you're missing one of these elements, it took me, and I'll be honest, this is if you pay attention to nothing else I say today, pay attention to this, because this is absolute gold. If you're missing one of these things, then it's going to make it exponentially more difficult for you to succeed online, and if not impossible. And I wish somebody had taught me this years ago. I heard this recently from Shane Sams from the Flip Lifestyle community, and he taught me this, and that was that you need these 3 things. And I've heard this other places, but for some reason when Shane taught it to me, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. And so basically what he taught me was you need a problem that you can solve, you need a customer who has that problem, and you need a solution to that problem. So you need all 3 of those things. If you're missing one of them, you don't have a business. So if there's a problem out there that people are having, but there's no solution, no business. If there's a problem out there that you have a solution for, but nobody's going to pay for it, no business. If you have a customer and you have a solution that you can give to them, but they don't have a problem they need to buy from you, again, no business. So you need to have all 3: problem, customer, solution. You always should be thinking about, when you're first coming up with your idea, you need to be thinking about, what problem am I solving, and who is going to buy that solution? And if you have those 3 things, then you've at least are on the right road. You're on the right path to getting started. And so some of the markets, and this I heard from, I don't know who, I can't remember who taught me this a while back, but there's 4 markets primarily that you need to be looking at. And we're talking about health, wealth, relationships, and expensive hobbies. I'm going to say those one more time. Health, wealth, relationships, and expensive hobbies. You need to be in one of those 4 markets. And there's a lot of subsets of those markets, but whatever it is you're going to be teaching, it needs to be somehow connected to one of those markets. Because those are the 4, if you think about any successful business out there online, or wherever, the most successful businesses are in one of those 4 markets. There's a reason why people spend so much money on golf and tennis and scuba diving and rock climbing and camping just in general. Those are expensive hobbies, right? Hockey, expensive hobbies. Relationships. People want to fix their relationships. They want to, if they're having trouble with their spouse, they want to fix that. If they can't get a date, they want to fix that. If they're awkward in social situations. They want to fix that. So relationships is something that people will spend money on. Health, obviously, weight loss, just becoming healthier in general, all those type of things. Those are things that people want health, because health gives you more energy. It allows you to be more productive at work. It allows you to live longer, allows you to enjoy your time with your kids more, and all these things. And then obviously wealth. If you can earn more, if you can save more time, that's going to allow you to earn more. If you can do anything that's going to somehow teach people how to earn more money or save more time, those type of things, those are products that a lot of people are going to pay for. So my recommendation is that you really need to niche down 2 levels. And I've got a couple examples for you. So they're both in the wealth space. And so one would be, and I think there's one person in particular who's doing a really great job of this, is she's in the wealth space. Her name's Karen Carr. She teaches other realtors how to use YouTube. And so she's in the wealth space, but as a subset of that wealth space is generating leads for realtors. And then as a subset of that is using YouTube to generate leads for realtors. And so that's what Karen teaches, and she does really, really well with it. Another person who's doing really well in this space is Jason Brown. He also has a YouTube channel. He teaches the stock market, but just not anything related to the stock market. He teaches newbies, people that are brand new to the stock market, how to trade stocks and options and become a confident trader. And so that's what he teaches people to do. And so both of these are examples of they're within that wealth space, but they've done a really good job of niching down 2 levels to get people to buy their programs. So my question for you is, what makes you different, right? What is your unique selling proposition? So you need to be thinking about this. So we've already talked about, you start with what you know, then you need to determine a solution, make sure people are going to pay you for it, niche down. Now you need to decide on what really makes you different. And this is part of that niching down. What is your unique selling proposition? I can make a couple comments here, and I bet you all of you are going to know the companies I'm talking about, but 30 minutes or less, it's on us, or it's on us. What is that? That's Domino's, obviously. Bags fly free. Bags fly free. Most of you probably recognize that comes from Southwest Airlines. When it absolutely positively has to be there overnight, FedEx. And melts in your mouth, not in your hand. When I was a kid, I challenged this quite a bit. I always wanted to see if they would actually melt in my mouth, not in my hand. I don't know if they always did melt in my mouth, not in my hand. But anyway, that's still M&M's. So what makes you different? What is one phrase that you can think about that's going to make your business different than other people's? And then the last step of the process is you really need to research your market. You need to make sure there's competitors that are to your market. So if there's nobody else out there doing what you're doing, that's going to be a problem. But if there's a lot of people doing what you want to be doing, that's a good thing. And a lot of people think that's a bad thing. They're like, oh, wait a minute, but I don't want to be, there's too many people. There's too many competitors. No, that's ridiculous. You want to make sure that there are competitors in your space, because when there's competitors in your space, that means there's money to be made. If you can find that people are spending money on ads in your space, that's a good thing. So people don't buy ads. People don't get into these markets if there isn't money to be made. So when I started in terms of Hawthorne Law and what I was doing, what do? We sell trademarks, we sell LLCs, we sell general counsel services for businesses. So I knew that other lawyers were selling LLCs. I knew that lawyers were selling legal templates online. I knew that lawyers were selling trademarks. And it was just a matter of finding my unique voice and how I could fit into that market and actually provide some sort of unique solution to people. So other places you can look, are there books that are selling about your topic on Amazon? If there's books on your topic, that's a good indication that people are interested in your topic and will pay for it. Podcasts in your niche. Are there other people talking about these topics? That's a good indication that people are going to buy what it is that you have as an idea. Other YouTube channels. Are there other YouTube channels that are devoted to the topics that you want to talk about? That's a good thing. So at this point, what I would say to you is you just need to make a decision. You need to go for it. It might not be the best idea, and you might have 15 ideas and you're trying to pick one, and that might be hard. But doing something with one of those ideas is better than doing nothing with all 15. And so there's a common phrase that I like to say here, and everyone's heard this, but the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The best time to start your business probably was 5 or 10 years ago. The second best time to start your business is today, is right now. So you can always pivot and change later, but you need to get your idea to market as quickly as possible, because if you don't do that, you're going to be in big trouble. So I'd like to go ahead and open up for a few questions, and I have a few minutes here to talk. Also, while I am doing that, I will tell you, while I'm waiting for some questions to come in, I don't know how to, let's see, I can't remember how to add, I'll do it this way. Okay, so I actually am running I have a membership community, an online business. It's called OB Foundations. It's a membership community where I teach people other things like this. I teach people how to get started building their online business, and we're running a special Better Than Black Friday sale, not because our Black Friday sale is going to be in a couple weeks. We're going to do 50% off the annual pricing of the program in a couple weeks. But today, through the end of this week, we're going to be doing 60% off, because I like to reward action takers. So if you go to obfoundations.com/BTBF, I think that's right, Better Than Black Friday, that'll take you to a page where you can find, let's see if I can make that a little bigger. That'll take you to a page where you can learn more about what we're doing and figure out how we can help you get started in building and protecting and growing your online business. We've got a community of people that are ready to stand and help. We do monthly coaching calls 2 times a month, and we have trainings and other things. Also, we give full access to my Lock It Down legal protection system, as well as over $3,000 worth of templates. So it's an amazing value to get in at right now. So let's see. Aaron says, been watching all your videos. Legally, is there a difference between starting an online business and, in my case, a lawn care business? Legally, no, there's no difference between the two. So I will stay on for a few minutes, answer some questions you have. But if nothing else comes in, I'm probably going to hop off. Anyone? Going once, going twice? All right. Well, thank you so much. I realize this is a weird time. I think I'm probably going to do another couple of these, so pay attention. I may be doing another one of these tomorrow night, and Thursday night, and maybe Friday night. We'll see. Just to, in lieu of doing a regular video this week, doing some lives to kind of give some trainings and talk to you about different things you can do to build and get started with your online business. And yeah, thank you so much for watching today, folks. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.